We are entering the prime time to start manipulating numbers. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, with today's economic challenges and just where grain prices are at, where banks are at when it comes to lending, where people are at when it comes to just the financial problems that they're dealing with, we are getting into a time where people are worried whether or not their operating line of credit is going to get renewed. And this is what I mean when I say we are entering the prime time to start manipulating numbers. Because at the end of the day, there's two things that you need to be able to show as a farmer or rancher to the bank in order to get your operating line of credit renewed. And number one is collateral, which a lot of people, they're not going to have big issues with that. Some of you might be entering that world though. But number two, and the biggest one, is cash flow. Now with your cash flow in the economic environment that we're dealing with today, it's going to be very difficult to show a positive cash flow for most people. And this is where people will either start manipulating numbers on their own, or even worse than that, their banker will do it in order to get their operating line of credit renewed. Now, I'm not saying all of this to offend anyone or anything like that. The reason I'm saying it is because this is a reality that we're currently living in. I know this because we did this at the banks that I worked at. I watched customers do this. We did what we had to do to get by. And ultimately, this strategy going forward is only going to set you up for failure long term.